For 2019, Kawasaki renewed its Versys 1000 traveling touring enduro model, so let's check out what new features this bike has. Let's start with the thing which didn't change, is the engine itself. It's a 1043 cubic centimeter inline 4 normal gasoline engine. The power output is 120 brake horsepower and the torque is 102 Newton meter. Not the strongest one in its category, but honestly what this engine knows is absolutely proper and enough for public road riding and touring, even with passenger and bags and everything else, because you can use it low RPM, it has enough torque, you can really use it high RPM if you want to ride faster. Absolutely enough what it knows. The Versys 1000 has two versions. One of them is the basic one and the other one is the SE, which is the better equipped model. We are having this one for the review now, but let's mention what kind of things the basic model also has as new things related to the previous model year's version. It's the radial front brake, which is a new thing. The dashboard is also changed. As we have the SE version, we cannot show you the basic version's dashboard, but also the basic version has a cruise control, which is here under your left thumb. You can switch it on off, set the speed, accelerate, decelerate and everything else. And also one more thing which is very important is the new exhaust pipe, which is shorter and also slimmer than the previous model's one, which was not maybe the nicest piece. And this one, beside its looking, it's also have a great sound character, because it's nice and deep sound when you pull the throttle, and even at higher speeds when you open the throttle you absolutely hear the sound of it. Also, the basic model got the new cornering lights, which means that these three LEDs are starting to light when you lean the bike lower and lower, and it is really important for a safer night riding, because normal, especially the LED highlights, are not putting light on the inside of the corner, and these are really helping on this problem. And from now we are going to speak about the SE, so the well-developed model, which got the big touring screen, which is not only bigger but also has this hole in the middle of it, so it really decreases the turbulence noises, and you can change the height of it from the inside with these two screws. Maybe the only negative part that you cannot do it while riding, so you have to stop for it. And also the hand guards are belonging only to the SE models as serial equipment. The top model also gets the quick shifter, which means that you can gear the changes upways without closing the throttle, and when you are gearing down it always gives a throttle beep as well, so working absolutely perfect, much easier and faster and safer the whole riding, and much more enjoy. And also a very important innovation in the SE model is the KECS suspension system, which means that also in the front and the rear suspension, electronic engines are changing all the parameters. But you can change very easily. From the left handlebar is the preload. You can change if you are alone with bags, with a passenger, or two-person with luggages as well. So 4 possibilities. And while riding, the damping parameters are always changing according to your needs. So for example, on what kind of asphalt, what quality asphalt you are riding on. The travels of the suspension are not extremely long because they are 150 millimeters, but even on the worst asphalt, so very bumpy, very bad asphalt, it's really comfortable, and while you are riding on good asphalt and high speeds, high cornering speeds, then it's absolutely working like a sports bike. The new Versys 1000 SE model got the Kawasaki H2 SX dashboard, that's it, which is a totally color LCD, and we get a lot of information on it. First of all, we see the gear we are riding in, we see what kind of riding mode do we have. We have basically 3 possibilities: the sport, and we can change it while riding also, the road, which is the average one, and the rain mode. And we also have a rider mode, which we can absolutely set up for our wishes as we want to ride. We also see the amount of fuel, we have the exact time, the outside temperature, that the Kawasaki quick shifter is active at the moment, that we are riding with only one rider and without passenger and luggages and everything, the engine temperature, and which is also very, very, very important, that we have the throttle. So we always see, if we do not feel that, how much throttle we are pulling, how much brake force we are using. We also get a G-force meter, which is showing us the acceleration, deceleration and the side forces while we are in the curve, and which is very, very important, I just have to run through the computer, that we have an always up-to-date lean angle sign. If I just lean the bike, you can see that it is showing the leaning angle, and if we want to check later on what kind of leaning angles we reached, that's the maximum we reached. This is not reached on public road, because the foot pegs are reaching the asphalt at 42 degrees in both sides, so this is a little bit overleaned, which means that we we made it on a small racetrack yesterday. And also very important, that all of this data can be changed through Bluetooth with your mobile phone, because we have an application for it, and if we download it, then we can change all the parameters, for example while sitting in a cafe house and the engine is parking beside us, and we can change everything and set up the whole bike for our wishes. For the basic model and for the SE version also, we can buy the factory boxes. For the motorbike, 1 top case and 2 side cases, and the most important part of it is, of course, that with the original key of the motorbike we can open them. This is a big comfort, and if I open the top case, you can see that even my big Shield version, the Enduro helmet, has enough place. Of course, with this it's not possible to put another helmet beside it, but for the rain suit and the gloves and everything else has enough space. And also a very special feature of the new Versys 1000 is its paint, because it has self-recovery paint on the front part, side parts, and in the rear section, where our passenger, for example, with her ring can make scratches on the plastic, because this special paint is working on a way that if there are small scratches on it, so not deep ones absolutely going down to the plastic, only smaller scratches are made on it, then after some heat, so if you heat it with a hairdryer or just leave it for 1 week approximately outside on the sunshine, then it recovers the small scratches, and the bike is going to stay the same beautiful looking as in its new age. So all in all, we can say that the new Versys 1000 is an absolutely good motorbike for long-term touring, even with passenger, luggages and everything else, and the price of it is really worth to buy it. The basic model is on a good price. The SE version is approximately 25% more, but the equipment of it is absolutely making sure that this is also a really good business to buy it. If you liked our video, please push a thumb up for it. If you donate our work, you can find the link under the video. Then first of all, we thank it very much to you, and second of all, we send all of our films when they are getting ready immediately to you in email. Please subscribe for our channel and watch our previous films as well. Thank you very much for your attention.